back to Farming Simulator 22, and we are on the ridiculously good Calmston Farms because I've done an update to the UK Geo, and I thought I'd use this video to announce it. Link is in the description below. Instructions for installing it are in the previous video on this. I'll stick a link for that below as well, and if I ever manage to work out how to do it, I'll stick it on one of those cardy things which will be in the corner somewhere. So a couple of changes you won't really notice. They are in the background and they deal with things like crops withering, because certainly on Calmston I noticed that with the base game Geo there are some fields that are harvestable when you start up out of the harvest window and they don't wither. So what I've done is in the background I have set a whole load of additional withering stages, and it only really affects save games when you start them. And so you may not care because you might get some bonus harvesting, but depending on how a modder has set a map up, you may find that you come into the game with some crops that stay harvestable right through winter just because of the way the growth works in FS22. So you won't see that's all in the background, but it just manages the withering better, and it's only affects first year anyway. So it was just something for neatness that a couple of people had commented on. Before we go into the rest of the changes, if you're not already, please click subscribe, turn on notifications for my pretty much daily farm sim videos, although struggling with daily at the moment, and hit that like button. Do not smash the like button. Like buttons are valuable. I need those likes. If you smash it and break it, you will have to buy me a coffee. Link below. So let's have a look at the changes, and I'll rather than putting both of them up on the screen because that will make them quite small, I will talk you through what's changed. It's only really the grain crops, and this is based on feedback from some people and chatting to the farm sim gamer. I think that's who it was. I'm so bad with names. I am really sorry. I'm just checking on who it was I was actually chatting to because I'm useless. Farm Sim Gamer. That was who was helping me out with some of the information. So yeah. So what's changed? Basically, I've knocked back the wheat harvest by a month. So it lines up with barley and canola and oats and runs from July through to September. Apparently that's more realistic. Planting window is the same. Barley is unchanged. Canola planting window is unchanged, and the harvest window is the same, but the planting window in summer and autumn has moved forward a month. So previously you could plant from September through to November. Now it is August through to October, and oats is unchanged. Corn planting window has shifted forwards into April/May, with the harvest window moving forwards into September as well, and running through November, because in the UK we get a lot of bad weather, and you may find that you can't harvest it in that very short 2-month window that we had. So we have extended that. The sunflowers are the same, and then soybeans again, the harvest window and planting windows have both moved forwards by a month. It's only a 2-month harvest window for soybeans though. Potatoes and sugar beet are unchanged because they didn't need to be changed, and the logic that's in the file is correct. It does not need correcting. And that's all of the changes that have gone into the Geo. So really quite small. But I think they probably better reflect where we are. Grass is unchanged. So if you're happy with how it was before, you don't need to update it. But some people have suggested those changes, so I've made them, and the link for the file is below. Some things that you may see with the version of the game at the moment that are not bugs. Grass field contracts, the fields sometimes do not regrow after you cut them. That is a base game issue. That is not a bug with the Geo. You can get the same effect on a map like Erlengratt, for example, without the Geo installed. If you plant your crops and they grow and they are not harvestable, that is not the Geo, that is a mod conflict. Yeah. I think most of the bugs, all of the bugs that I've had reported are not really bugs. The only one that I have addressed is crops not withering in the winter when you do your first year, because that's it's just a feature of the way geos work and the way some maps are set up. When should you add this in? If you're running the current one, if you're starting a new game, it's fine to add from the start. If you've got a game running, I would add it in winter. Um, Probably January. I think everything is dormant at that point and you should be good to go. Um, because the only thing you're really worried about affecting are the winter crops that you've got up here, but because they can all be planted as spring crops as well, they should all grow through normally just fine. Usual caveats that if you install it and things go wrong, it's, yeah, that's your fault. If you have problems installing it, that's usually a typo somewhere in the edit that you've done. So I would start again. Before you install it, back up your save, back up the mods that you're changing. I think that's it. Fairly short-ish video, and yeah, if you like using the Geo, hit the like button, leave me a comment, and I'm working on another one for the old stream farm. So I'm working on a German Geo, but I just haven't got around to doing that. I have poised ready a Geo that changes crop growth. So you leave seasonal growth on, but crops grow within 2 days or 2 months. So if you want the FS19 growth experience, that is coming soon as well. I just need to do a little bit more testing on that one before I can release it. So thanks for watching, folks. Catch you next time.